Hello dear students, we are going to learn a topic today, the DNA double helix or the structure of DNA under the chapter molecular basis of inheritance of class 12. Students, in previous class we have learned how different nucleotides are formed and what is a pentose sugar nitrogenous bases as well as what is a phosphoric acid and how they are going to join to form a nucleotide. Here in this chapter, in this class, we are going to learn the DNA double helix. Which one solve the structure of DNA and what is a physical feature as well as chemical feature of DNA and how the each and every nucleotide inside the DNA present in the form of repeated base sequences, repeated base pair or bases sequences. The DNA, the first structure of DNA was three-dimensional structures was proposed by Ashbury. Later on, two scientists known as Rosalind Franklin and Rosalind Franklin with and M.H.F. Wilkins, Morris H.F. Wilkins proposed the spiral model of the DNA on the basis of spiral model of DNA on the basis of X-ray diffraction. On the basis of X-ray diffraction. Later on, they solved the structure of a spiral model, but she was, and they are unable to explain and how the each and every nucleotide joined. But they also given the three-dimensional structures also as well as spiral model of the DNA. The Rosalind Franklin is also known as nickname is called Dark Lady of DNA because he not gave any achievement for this work. She not gave any achievement for this work. Later on, two scientists, J.D. Watson and F.H. Crick. Watson and Crick proposed with the help of proposed double helical model by raw data of Irwin Chargaff. Irwin Chargaff proposed the Chargaff rule that we will learn later. Irwin Chargaff proposed Chargaff rule. What is the Chargaff rule? This will discuss at the time of discussion of the DNA structures. According to Watson and Crick, the double helicals made up of the repeated nucleotides, especially the phosphoric acid and pentose sugar act as a backbone and the base pairs are joined by hydrogen bond. Especially the Watson and Crick given Nobel Prize in 1962 for physiology and medicine with M.H.F. Wilkins, physiology and medicine with M.H.F. Wilkins. If Rosalind present at this time, she of course got Nobel Prize, but the Nobel Prize not given to the Rosalind Franklin because they are died at the age of 37. Rosalind Franklin died at the age of 37. So the Nobel Prize cannot be given posthumously. Posthumously, it means not Nobel Prize not award or not given after the death. It is called posthumously. Okay. So this one is a history related to the discovery of DNA. Ashbury also proposed the spiral model, a 3D structure. Ashbury, with later on they also perform work with Wilkins, and Rosalind Franklin was separate worker for the DNA. So Ashbury also performed a remarkable work in the discovery of DNA. Similarly, the Rosalind Franklin performed more work, and they also shaped the structures of DNA, but unable to give some answers regarding the DNA. The MHF Wilkins also proposed the spiral model and the 3D structure of the DNA on the basis of X-ray diffraction technique. And later on, the two scientists is called J.D. Watson and F.H. Crick. Here, Crick was physicist. And Watson was zoologist. Both jointly solved the structure of DNA. The Crick age are very short. Crick at the time of his discovery, his age only about 27 to 28 years. Okay, this one is a total discovery of DNA. Later on, what is the structure that proposed by Watson and Crick for DNA, especially what is their physical feature? Now students, the structure of DNA. This is a pentose sugar that form a backbone of DNA. This is a phosphate, hydroxide 3-OH in phosphate. Student, this diagram is only diagrammatic representation. Phosphate, 5-phosphate. Now the both strands of the DNA are anti-parallel with each other. This is a phosphate, (3-OH) end. Both are joined with the bond A pair with T by double bond, G pair with C by triple bond. Sorry, here some mistake is given. This yes, first C pair with G by triple bond, okay, and this is a T pair with V by single bond. So this one is a, if you count, this is a carbon position, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth. This is the first position by which the nitrogenous base are joined. In DNA double helix, both the chain that are present anti-parallel, both are chain that are present anti-parallel, okay, and if one chain having 5 to 3' in the orientation, then another chain having 5 to 3' in the orientation, means both the chain are anti-parallel with each other, Each base having a rotation per base pair is about, due to formation of hydrogen bonded, the base pair undergoes contractions. That's why they show the rotation. The rotation per base pair is 36 degree. The 36 degree. In after each 10 helix, the complete circle of the helix can be completed. Suppose in DNA, let us understand the diagrammatic representation of DNA. Okay, this is a diagrammatic representation. Suppose this is a DNA double helix. This is a per helix. The distance between per, suppose this is a pair with T, G pair with C by triple bond, by double bond. Similarly, this is a thread-like structure, shows sugar phosphate backbone, sugar phosphate backbone. Clear? The diameter of the DNA is generally about 20 angstrom or 2.0 and nanometer, 2.0 nanometer. The distance between each base pair is 3.4 angstrom or 0.34 nanometer. Generally, angstrom equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meter and nanometer equal to 10 to the power minus 9 meter. Nanometer is larger unit as compared to the angstrom. Angstrom. Now, here this shows per rotation base pair. Here already written the rotation per base pair. This is a base pair. Suppose this is a bond. It means this is a like this. This is a like this bond. Means this single bond represent a single base pairing. This is a single nucleotide. This is a single nucleotide that are joined by the purine and pyrimidine bases by the hydrogen bonding. Why second bond, two bond form between A and T, and why three bond form between G and C? I think student, you must learn about this. This is a very important, how the purine and pyrimidine base joint with each other. So this one is a distance between single base pair, 1 and 2 base pair is 3.4 angstrom or 0.34 nanometer. The total diameter of the DNA is 20 angstrom or 20 angstrom or 2.0 nanometer. So this one is a physical feature of the DNA. If you count what is the physical feature of the DNA, you can find what is the rotation per base pair. It means that in each helix 10 base pair comes under. This is a very common form of DNA, is called V form, and in each helix, suppose this is a DNA double helix and each helix having about 10 base pair. It means that 10 base pair multiply by 6 degree. It means 360 degree, and each helix form 360 degree of orientation. 360 degree of orientation. Clear? Means each helix complete their circle for arrangement of their nucleotides. Now, what is the Chargaff rule? According to let us discuss the structure of DNA characters. Salient feature of DNA. Salient feature of DNA. First, DNA is made up of two polynucleotide chain, and both are anti-parallel with each other. One shows 5' to 3' orientation, and another showed from the 5' to 3' that are opposite direction. Clear? You can see here. Suppose this is a 5' to 3', and this one is a 3' to 5'. Means both chain are anti-parallel with each other. You can see this chain are like that, and this chain like just opposite to that positions. Second feature, the DNA is a stable molecule as compared to RNA due to a formation of hydrogen bonding between purine and pyrimidine. It follows the rule of Irwin-Chargaff. Irwin-Chargaff states that the A pair with T by double bond and G pair with the C by triple hydrogen bond, okay, and vice versa, means the A pair with T by double bond and G pair with C by triple bond. Similarly, C pair with G by triple bond, T pair with A by the double bond. Here adenine and guanine both are purine base. Pair with the T and C, thymine and cytosine, and this is a pyrimidine base. Here, according to Irwin-Chargaff, the pyrimidine and purine base joined with each other. Purine and pyrimidine base are joined with each other by the bond known as hydrogen bond. Clear? And their ratio of ATGC is equal to 0.3. ATGC is 0.4 to 1.6. This is the ratio of ATGC, 0.4 to 1.6, means there is content of GC present in DNA in more amount. Now, what is a salient feature, especially the physical feature? Generally, the diameter of DNA is 20 angstrom, rotation per base pair is 36 degree, distance between per base pair is 3.4 angstrom, okay. So, this one is a different physical features that present in case of DNA. Second is, next one is fourth one is the DNA form a double helix, and by counting between the single base pair sequences, means distance between single base pair, we can find out the length of the entire DNA, which have numerous number of base pair. You can count about this. So this one is a DNA structures, and this DNA is a stable molecule due to formation of purine, and in between purine and pyrimidine bases they are joined with hydrogen bond. This is a unique feature for the DNA molecules. Especially if the question is arise how the DNA backbone is formed. DNA backbone generally formed by the union of the pentose sugar as well as phosphoric acid. Clear? You can see, especially the some question is given related to this. If we know the distance between a single base pair, we can find out the length between the DNA molecules. Suppose one question asked, a question is given in NCERT is, one question is, if DNA have 48,502 base pair bases, base pair, calculate its length, G length. Suppose which one is lambda bacteriophage. Lambda bacteriophage virus having 48,502 base pair. Lambda bacteriophage having length of the DNA 48,502 base. Calculate its length. You know that, student, you know that the distance between each base pair of DNA, distance between each base pair of DNA is 0.34 multiplied 10 to the power minus 9 meter. This is a single base pair. You can find 48,502 base pair present in lambda phase, multiply by 0.34 equal to 10 to the power minus 9 meter. That means 16,491 10 to the power minus 9 meter. This is the exact length of the DNA that found in the lambda phage lambda phage bacteriophage virus. Okay, if you calculate if the length of the any DNA is given, then you can find out the actual number of base pair that present in case of DNA. How can you calculate? Suppose the E. coli DNA having length of 1.36 millimeter. E. coli DNA having length 1.36 millimeter. Calculate number of base pair present in them. Number of base pair present in them. You can solve it. Length generally given 1.36 millimeter. Suppose you know that the length between each base pair is 3.4 angstrom or 0.34 nanometer. Okay, you can find nanometer. 1.36 millimeter. You can convert it into the meter. That is a 1.36 convert it into meter, multiply 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Okay, 1.36 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Okay, then it divide by 0.34 10 to the power minus 9 meter. This is the distance between per base pair. Divide by, now you can convert it into the 1.36 upon 0.34. Multiply 10 to the power minus 3, and this one goes above 10 to the power 9 meter. Then you can change into the 6 minus 3 plus 6 meter, multiply 10 to the power plus 6 meter, and this one is a divide, point removed is 4.0. This is a number of base pair that present in the DNA of E. coli is 4.0 10 to the power 6 meter, not meter here, 1 meter is cancelled generally. Now the number of base pair is a 10 to the power 6 base pair. So this one is a number of base pairs that found in the case of DNA. One question for you student, write the questions. If the number of base pair present in the human genome, the number of base pair is 6.6 10 to the power 9 base pair, calculate is the length of DNA. 6.6 10 to the power 9. You know that student, you can calculate it, but let us see how the length of human DNA can be calculated. How many number of base pair? 10 to the power 6 6.6 10 to the power 9 base pair present in the human cell, multiply by 0.34 10 to the power 9 meter. You can cancel it. Now 6.6 0.34, you can find the 2.2 meter distance generally. So this one is a total length of the DNA that present in case of human, and in human each cell the length of DNA, each cell, let us see student, each cell the length of the DNA generally of 2.2 meter. Okay. Now students, one more question from the Chargaff rule. One more question from the Chargaff rule. What is the Irwin-Chargaff rule? The Irwin-Chargaff states that the A pair with T by double bond, G pair with C by the triple bond. The question is arise, and what is the ratio of ATGC between in the DNA? The question arises from this point, Irwin-Chargaff rule. What type of question is asked in that? If DNA have 20% adenine, calculate percent of guanine percent in DNA. Guanine percent in DNA. The DNA has 20% of adenine. Calculate the guanine percent in DNA. The formula to calculate the number of this formula is apply on this A plus T upon G plus C equal to 100, and this one is and second one is A plus T. This formula is applied generally barabar equal to 100 minus G plus C. Suppose the 20% adenine, then adenine pair with the thymine. 20% adenine, 20 plus 20, okay, 100 minus G plus C. Here 40, okay. 100 minus G plus C. G plus C is change here. G plus C equal to 100 minus 40 equal to 60. So G plus C. So G equal to 60 upon 2. That means guanine is 30%. You can calculate not by using this formula. You can calculate simply also. How can you? Suppose if adenine having 15%, it must pair with the thymine, another are that are 15%. It means total adenine and thymine is 30%. You can suppose in DNA 100% of bases are present, then 100 minus 30 equal to 70 that are remain, and 70 having divided into the two part of guanine and cytosine. That means guanine is of 35% and cytosines are also 35%. So this one is the DNA double structure, DNA double helix. What is the history of discovery of DNA? Which different scientists that involved in the history of discovery of DNA? What is the salient feature of DNA? That is a physical as well as chemical feature. What is the salient feature of calculations? What is a different type of calculation can be done if the number of base pair you can find? How can you calculate the total length of the DNA? And what is according to Irwin-Chargaff? What question is asked in Chargaff rule? And how can you calculate if the number of thymine present in such percentage and the number of guanine present in that also? So this one is the different parts that are discussed at the time of description of the DNA molecules. I think these students, this class will help you many way to understand the structure of DNA and what structure proposed and what different scientists involved in this. In next class, we will learn about the transcription as well as translational mechanism, that is a central dogma concept. Okay, thank you, students.